Keeping up with the news is a lot like working the land. It's all go, all the time. Nature waits for no one. Farmlands is here to help this with expert advice, reliable products, and timely supply.
This is CountryWide CONNECT News with Farmlands. Good afternoon, I'm Richard Badley. Beef farmers can expect firm prices to continue through the remainder of the year as tight global supply supports markets around the world. Global beef production in the first quarter of 2026 was down 2.5% on the same period last year, with full-year volumes forecast to fall 2.2%. Large reductions are expected from Brazil, the United States and China. New Zealand farm gate prices have eased slightly as local supply came online, but remain historically high. First quarter export volumes were down around 5%, but higher values more than offset the shortfall, lifting export value to $1.56 billion, up from $1.39 billion a year earlier. The United States remains the dominant market, taking 46% of New Zealand export volumes. New Zealand production is expected to buck the global trend, growing 3 to 4% year on year after farmers used favourable summer and autumn conditions to retain stock longer and add weight. The key risk for the second half of the year is consumer demand. If Middle East disruption continues to squeeze household incomes, beef consumption could soften, particularly in the food service sector. The West Coast will soon be home to the South Island's first rural training hub, with the government moving to grow a pipeline of doctors, nurses and midwives for rural communities across the island. Associate Health Minister Matt Ducey says the hub, the third of 4 being rolled out nationally following South Taranaki and Wairoa, is designed around a simple principle: train people locally and they're far more likely to stay local. The hub will support students into clinical placements, create stronger training pathways and provide pastoral support to attract and retain frontline health workers. A dedicated program lead based on the coast will work with local partners across the South Island. Ducey says rural communities have historically been overlooked in workforce development, and 1 in 5 New Zealanders live rurally. Lincoln University has announced a joint education program with Beijing Forestry University, offering New Zealand's land-based expertise to help develop China's growing national parks workforce. The program, approved by China's Ministry of Education, will deliver Lincoln's Bachelor of Landscape Management at the Beijing campus from September 2027. Students will graduate with degrees from both universities, making it the only New Zealand joint program approved by Beijing and the first in China specializing in national parks management. Lincoln Vice-Chancellor Professor Grant Edwards says the partnership advances the university's international reach, building on more than 50 years of parks and recreation education. New Zealand's Department of Conservation shared practical national park experience during a high-level Beijing Forestry University delegation visit to Lincoln in March. And that's the latest CountryWide CONNECT news.
Nature waits for no one. Farmlands is here to help this with expert advice, reliable products, and timely supply. Shop offers in store, online, Farmlands Pro, or with your rep.